Hi there, I'm Bobby. My company's name is My Creative Home. I have a Aeon Mira 9 100 watts, and I'm going to run a quick little job today on it. I love it because it's a scrap buster. I'm going to show you my screen real quick. I apologize for the noise. I have an external compressor running because I have an external air assist hooked up to my machine. I'm going to flip you around so you can see my screen. This is my Lightburn screen. This is my file that I'm going to run today. And I'm going to just send it real quick over to my laser. I'm going to turn it on. I already have my compressor running, but I haven't turned my air on yet. Again, I have a Mira 9 100 watt. I love my Mira. I'm so happy that I made the choice to go with it. Everything is included in it. You don't have to have the external air if you don't wish to. I do because I hate masking. So I'm gonna go over here and turn on. I usually set my air at about 30 pounds. I'm in the middle of craft season, so you'll have to excuse the mess. Obviously, I need to clean my bed. First thing I'm going to do is I need to manually focus. I did take my focus pin out of my Mira after about the third time that I bent it. So I manually focus, and that's where I usually like to have it. So that's perfect. I'm going to set my origin. Again, this is a little scrap buster that I'm running. I'm going to frame my job. Oh yeah, I've got plenty of room. Close her down. And I just realized, because I always look back over here at the file that I sent, and I don't like the order that it's going to go in, so I'm going to resend it to myself real quick. I usually have to do that every time. Alright, so here we go. We're going to run this job. It shouldn't take very long. It's got some storing and cutting in it. These are little sticks that my customer includes in her orders. She sells furniture transfers for IOD, and I make these for her, and she includes them in her orders. It's to get the transfer to come off of the backing onto the project that it's being done on. See that it's going to do all of the scoring first. I created this file in Lightburn, and I used a font that was a single line font so that it would be a faster running type file. And anytime I have some scrap that I need to get rid of or use up, clear out, I run this file for her. And she sends out about 300 of these a month. I'm not going to keep you here for the entire job. I'll bring you back when it starts cutting. here we are back. The Mira is just working away. You can see there's quite a bit of text on there. Again, this is a file that I created in Lightburn. But if you can also tell that with the air assist, there's not a whole lot of charring on the wood itself. I'll show you at the end how I get rid of what little bit is left on there. This whole file, it cuts out 10 of these transfer sticks for this particular size piece of scrap that I had. The whole job takes about 12.5 minutes. I did not have a laser previous to buying my Mira. I did a bunch of research and decided to go straight with the Mira. And I do not regret that. I am very, very happy that that's what I did. Their customer service is excellent. I had one of my hydraulic lifts, this one over here on the left, failed after a few months, and they immediately sent me out another one, and it was very easy to replace. And then they checked on me continuously to make sure that I was back up and running. Again, I apologize for the loudness. My compressor is a little loud. I did not get a California Air one, which I do kind of regret because I wish it was a little bit quieter in here sometimes. Almost done with all of the scoring. Again, I used a single line font that I bought. I can't remember which one right off the top of my head it is. I'll put it in the comments if I can find it. And it'll start cutting here in a moment. Again, this whole file only takes about 12.5 minutes. The only thing that I've done to modify my Mira was add the external air assist. I added that fairly quickly because it does help with my production time. I would give you a tour of my shop, but it's completely wrecked right now. I have craft shows coming up. My first show is in the middle of May, so I've been running I do a lot of signs, door signs, home decor signs, things like that. So that's why my bed looks as bad as it does. It is slated on our schedule to clean this weekend, so please forgive the mess. Now, it's going to cut out the transfer sticks. I did name my Mira. Her name is Millie, like Wally, but Millie. So, and this to me is where Millie really shines. I love the fact that, as you can see, like there is so very little charring. Obviously, I forgot to click the box that said take out overlapping lines. So it is taking a little bit longer. This file would have ran even faster if I would have remembered to check that box. Previous to this, I was working on something that I did not want it to do that with. So that's the reason it's going to cut the lines that are touching twice, like right now. And that was 100% operator error. I was in a hurry to run this. said, I usually run a few of these files at the end of my cutting day, just to use up some of the scrap that I've created that day. Again, I have a Mira 9 100 watt. Millie's finishing up the last two. She's all done. Now I let it run for just a little bit longer. I go ahead and I do turn off my air assist because the sound drives me crazy. I let it run for just a little bit because I want it to go ahead and vacuum out all the smoke before I open it up. So I do let it run for just a little bit longer. My compressor will cut off here in a moment. And as you can see, minimal charring. I'm going to move her out of the way just a little bit. The way I finish this off is I have a spray bottle of 91% alcohol. I just spritz it on the top. Give it a quick smush. It takes off any leftover charring. Sorry, it's kind of hard to do it one-handed. And then, as you can see, they just pop right out. There we go. 10 of my customers' transfer sticks. 12.5-minute job. Perfectly done, ready to go, and I keep them, and then once a month she comes and picks them up. And then there's where it came out of.